Welcome back to another exciting and thrill-filled adventure with DIY Nautical Dream. Okay, maybe that was a little over the top. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get our next video started.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hope everybody's having a wonderful Christmas.
Yep. And we want to wish you the very best of happiness and joy with your families and loved ones throughout this Christmas holiday, wherever you might be celebrating and reflecting on this special occasion.
Anyways, continuing to work on installing the new lens frame retainer.
Yep.
And more painting, adding insulation, installing overhead plywood.
Oh yeah, more of that.
Yep.
But not too much more.
Yep, and test fitting new Teak panels, and we have some amazing progress.
Right. So if we get through all that in this episode, that'll be really big progress for us. So that's what our hope is for this episode. And we're just going to work our way through all these. There's a lot of steps involved, a lot of processes, a lot of little details that we got to do to make it exactly the way we want it. But we feel like we're making pretty good progress. So we'll go ahead and quit talking and we'll get right at it. And we will get back with you guys when we're done.
All right. See you.
See ya. Alright, so the first thing we did to remove the teak plug out here, the bung, we went ahead and drilled it with a small drill bit like this. Drill it like that. And then the next step we'll do to get this out nice and clean, put a screw in there. Get the screw started. Pulled it out. Just like that.
Good job, honey.
Nice and clean. No damage to the hole. So we're going to try and see if we can reproduce that all the way through. And if we can, that'll be a nice easy way to pull teak and mahogany bungs out of the trim. Here, we'll try it again on this one here. I got another one right there ready to go. I already have a pilot hole in there drilled.
That's cool.
There's the plug right there. Pushed it right out. So that's one way to get it out. There's lots of different ways to go. I've been drilling them out with a larger drill bit also, and it just makes a mess everywhere. But anyway, that's kind of a fun way to do it. And you know, obviously we're not saving the teak plug or mahogany, whatever the trim's made out of. We're not saving the plugs, but there it is. Comes out nice and easy. So we like that. That's kind of a cool little technique. Anyways, just thought I would share that. Most of you probably already know it, but I just discovered it, so thought I would share. Anyways,
Say it.
that's the pro tip of the day.
I don't know if you've noticed lately or not, but the interior of this boat is really starting to take shape. It's really starting to look beautiful with the new teak panels that we're putting in. One by one, each new panel is just making it look that much better. And now we're also working on getting these new lens frame retainers in and getting that area painted as well. And then we'll be able to start closing up the vinyl on this side is going to really start taking shape. Now we have the second lens retainer frame bonded into place. And now we're going to be able to start cleaning and prepping and painting this area and preparing it for the install of the new teak panel that's going to go over in this area. One of the steps before we started painting this area was to wipe it down a couple times with acetone solvent on a rag, and we scrubbed it down really good. We just want to make sure we removed any dust or any grit, grime or anything that was on there from sanding and doing all the epoxy layup and everything. While we're painting, we might as well paint these two overhead pieces of plywood. These are going to go up underneath the vinyl, and we need to have these painted and sealed up ready to be installed. So we'll paint these now, they'll dry, and then we'll be able to install them later. It's very satisfying to see the paint going on and the frames are all bonded into place. It took us a lot of processes, a lot of time. We really got bogged down in this area doing these lens retainer frames. But in the end, the boat's going to be all that much better off for it. Our lenses are going to be in there securely and safe. Should anything ever impact them from the outside, we don't feel like they're going to come crashing in. Well, all right, there you go. That's what it looks like with the paint on there. Wow, that really looks nice. Well, all the hard work's paying off on this boat. So far, all the projects we're doing are turning out pretty nice. So we're happy with the quality of the work that we're putting in, and we're learning a lot of new skills along the way. These plywood lens retainer frames are a perfect example of us learning something new. We've never seen or done anything like this before. Here we have two newly installed pieces of the overhead plywood, and they were painted on the back side. We installed them and then painted them on the front side once they were installed, just to save time and try and get these installed in time enough to be able to close up the vinyl later, we're hoping. One of the other items on the list while we're at the boat this time is to final install the aft port light in the aft cabin. And once we're done with that, then that'll be all the port lights installed in the aft cabin. And that's a little minor feat all in itself, considering all of them now will be newly rebuilt, new seals, new lenses, and that's good. So we're happy with that.
All right, so what we got done today was we went ahead and painted this area here. Got it all painted and protected. That's these are the wood frames for the lenses that are going to go in there. So these are going to back those up. And so we just wanted to put a protective coating of paint on there. We got the ceiling painted and ready to install more of the ceiling overhead boards. We got another one of these installed here. So you see we're just working our way down. And then we're hoping to close up some vinyl. So we got two new panels installed. We didn't do those today, but those are recent, so it's pretty good. We got this here painted today. This is another one of the overhead panels that's going to go up in there. And then back here in the aft cabin, we got our last final port light. That one was in already, but we got this one installed today. And so now we have all the port lights are installed in the aft cabin. So that's kind of a cool deal. Hopefully they don't leak. I have my suspicions on this one. I experimented with putting the rubber seal in here. I put it in here exactly upside down because I like the sealing surface. But what we have here is when we close it, it goes almost flat before it starts to have any kind of resistance on it. So let's see here. Let's see if I can get this closed one-handed. I still have to seal it from the outside, so you see a little bit of blue tape around the outside. That's just to keep any weather out of it, but we'll see. I'll tighten it down pretty tight, and then we'll see. Hopefully it won't leak in the next rainstorm. So we'll see. If not, it's not a big deal. All I have to do is pull the gasket out and clean the seal out and put a new one in there. See, I like this one because it doesn't just go flush shut all the way. But we'll see how it goes. We're not going to open these a lot, I don't think, anyways, but it's better than buying brand new ones. All the lenses were crazed, so I cut new acrylic lenses, sealed those in there, and anyways, that's what we got. So good to go. We're gonna get out of here, call it a night, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Now that the white paint is dry, it's time to use the 3M spray adhesive, and we'll apply the spray adhesive onto the structure and onto the back of the foam, the high density foam insulation, and bond those two pieces together. And that's what you see right here. And our hope is that this is going to be enough to combat the moisture that we get back there from condensation collecting. And if we have a little bit of insulation, we're hoping to remove the conditions that cause condensation. That's our hope. Well, after painting and insulation, it's now time to fit the new teak plywood panel in place. And here it is, temporarily installed. Take a look at that. What do you think? Man, thing of beauty or what? Love the color of that teak. That was looking so nice. Really enjoy looking at that.
All right, here we are. Closing up the overhead vinyl. We got the forward teak panel installed, and the overhead vinyl is being attached back in place. Making pretty good progress on that. We didn't get as far as we wanted to. We hope to have it all done today, but it never goes the way we want it to. And yeah, if you just look, we made a lot of progress. Just that little bit back there to go, and we should be able to get that next time we're here. And then we're done with that. We're done with that. But yeah, it's really looking beautiful in here. Very happy. Takes a lot of work. 2 people, takes teamwork on this one. Baby and I worked very hard to get this section closed. And there was places where we had to almost close a gap of about 2 inches with the vinyl. And a lot of heating, a lot of stretching. Got to wear the leather gloves for sure when you're doing this, and have a nice heat gun and a good helper, and it gets there. But yeah, it's looking really nice. Very happy with how this is turning out. Quite beautiful. So far so good. Even in the hard spot right there, we went ahead and we got it. It was a struggle, but we got it. And then right here, it's looking good. Sorry about the light glare, but that's what we have to work with. So, but anyways, yeah, the vinyl's going together. It's looking good as we go. Made it all the way down to this point right here. So we have this little area left to go. Not too bad. So it's it's a struggle though. We definitely have a lot of stretching to do. It's about almost 2 inches in some places. We were having to totally stretch the vinyl, but yeah, we got it. So take a look. It's looking pretty good. Anyways, baby was very big help on this. I could not. There's no way I could have done this without her help. So she helped a lot, and together we got it. And you know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work, and it is true. So together we got this.
And yeah, man, this thing, I mean, just take a look. Beautiful. It's going to be really beautiful. Once we get the trim in there, it's going to be exactly what we're looking for. So it's going to be really nice. Anyways, we're making a lot of progress. Till next time.
So what are you doing, honey?
Just putting in the final staples here of the vinyl. And yeah, that looks good. Yeah, this is the first time we've had this vinyl all the way closed in here since we've ever seen the boat.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to get it to close. There were some areas here where we had to pull it and stretch it over, I don't know, it was about 2-inch gap. And yeah, we were able to get it. Once we put the trim on here, once the trim goes on in place, right in here, you won't even know what was going on back there. So it's gonna look really nice. And then we have a piece of trim that covers over here as well. So yeah, all the seams is gonna be filled with trim. It's gonna look pretty good.
That's good, right?
Oh yeah, big project.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks nice, honey.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
job.
Yeah. Good job helping. Couldn't have done it without you.
Look
This
at
is really
that.
hard. Yep. Here, I'll turn the light, and you can go back the other way. I'll turn the light so you can see how the wood, everything all looks. Turns out pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
We're very happy.
Oh yeah. Just one small step in the overall project, but it's looking pretty good. And then what I'll go ahead and do next is I'm going to go ahead and get the bottom final mount screws in here on the trim and get that ready to start putting the bottom trim back on here. And we'll cut this excess of the vinyl off here, the brittle edge. We'll cut that off with the sharp X-Acto knife, and then we'll put once we get the trim back on, you won't even see those seams at all. So as long as the vinyl cleans up good with the good vinyl cleaner, and it's nice and tight too, that's good. But yeah, as long as this cleans up, won't be too bad. It'll last for a while. Maybe one day we'll replace it all, but for now I think it's gonna work.
All right. So we're happy then?
Oh yeah, we're happy then. Till next time.
All right.
Later. In this picture here, you can see the overhead vinyl in the forward part of the main salon is stapled back into place and is looking really good, nice and tight, no wrinkles or anything like that. And you can also see the new beautiful teak panels mounted in place now over the large non-opening port lens areas. And so we just have to install the lenses and get the frames, teak frames back in, and this will be complete in this section. It's looking really nice. As we start to look aft towards the galley area, you can see that all the teak panels have been replaced with new ones now. All those rotted ones that we pulled down earlier, we used them as templates to make the new ones, and these are really looking nice. We're very happy with the outcome. And now you can also see the vinyl in the overhead area is coming together really nice. We weren't even sure if we were going to be able to save the vinyl or not, but it's starting to look like we can. And then once it's all stapled together, we'll do some cleaning, and it should look good and last us a while until we're ready to tackle that project sometime later on down the road. In this picture here, you can see the overhead vinyl in the galley area is closed together really nice as well. Now, when we purchased this boat, this was a section of the galley, of the vinyl that was already pulled itself open from years of moisture and rot and everything going on in there, and this was some of the hardest vinyl to staple back into place. Baby and I had to really work hard, and we had to work together as a team. While she was using the heat gun, I was stretching it and pulling it as far as I could, and then stapling it little by little into place until we had it all seamed back together. It was not easy, and this was the section that made us concerned whether we would even be able to save the overhead vinyl, but in the end it turned out pretty well. So here's the large white box that we pulled down a while back when we first started the demolition in the galley, and this was found to be rotted on the inside, and we were able to save it using that penetrating epoxy. So now we're just kind of setting it up in there just to see how it's going to fit. We're not really pushing it in all the way because it's really hard to get back out. We're just doing a little test fit here, and we can already tell how stiff it is, and it's very solid, which is really nice. So we'll be setting this here for now just to have it out of the way, but eventually we're going to push it back into place, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Here's the 2 new replacement lenses for the non-opening ports that we just got done working on and rebuilding the wood and the frames and all that stuff that went along with it. We actually ended up cutting these lenses out of a big sheet of cast acrylic that was 1/2 inch thick, and it's slightly smoke tinted. It's going to look really nice. The other ones that we removed were just clear, so we're really looking forward to seeing how the smoke tinted ones look. These are going to be a nice addition to the boat.
Alright, hope you enjoyed this week's video update.
Yep. I think we made pretty good progress. We did a lot of small detail work around those new lens frame retainers. We got the insulation installed. We got the final bilge coat white paint base down. And we got the frames bonded on. And now that is a really big deal. So getting that done, and we're just going to keep doing the steps as we go. It seems like it's really slow progress, but we're doing a lot of fine details to make all this stuff happen. So it's kind of tricky. We want to get it right. We don't want to have to go back and redo it later. So we want this to be the final fix. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing. We hope you guys are really enjoying the progress and the transformation of this once dumpster fire. And we're going to make her into a thing of beauty again one day. And so we just got to keep doing what we're doing. And we'll get there.
Alright, that's it for this week's video. We're gonna keep it short and sweet.
Yep. Because you guys told us, well, somebody once told us.
Anyways, if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below.
Ding!
Again, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We hope you have an awesome and amazing Christmas. And don't forget the reason for the season.
Exactly.
Yep.
Anyways, see you next week.
We'll see you next. Thanks
Bye.
again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you think about the progress. And remember, if you want a hat, the email is in the notes up above. Reach out to us, and these hats will come to you free of charge. We don't need any financial information or anything like that. We just need to know where to send it.
We
All right?
just want to extend our thanks.
Yeah, that's it. Just our appreciation for the people who've been following along with us, taking the time to leave comments, give something positive for us to motivate us, and a subscription. And that's it. We just want to say thanks. Supplies won't last forever. Once they're gone, they're gone. And then we'll just work on something for our next goal, which is...
We're going to make more.
Yep, we're going to make more. Our goal is to get to one...
Giveaways.
Whoa.
We like to give.
Our goal is to get
We like to share. Sharing is better.
Yeah, sharing is caring. We like to get to 1,000 subscribers. That is our goal. So help us get there. If you haven't subscribed, please, you know what to do.
Share it with your friends, family, relatives. Anyways, bye guys.
Philippines represent. See ya.
Now there's a nice looking shell. I'd keep that one.
And what's that?
My idea. Oh, we got a boat coming. It's this guy. Nice. Dang. 5 engines on the back. That was sweet.
We can always be reached at our email address if you ever want to get a hold of us. Thank you.